That's not the bone of contention here. Nobody is saying that they will flop. What we are saying as people who are just analyzing the game from outside is, do these players look like an upgrade to what you already have? These players do not look like you are upgrading what you already have. And that's the reason why you can see that people are coming out and saying, man, these are, average signings. You are not upgrading what you already have. The players you have in your team are similar to the ones you are signing. You are not bringing in upgrades. You are bringing in similar players with similar profiles and similar modes and similar stories. What is the difference between João Pedro and Nicholas Jackson before you signed him? Because before you signed Nicholas Jackson was not a terrible player. He was not a terrible striker. He was an average player that had prospect to grow. Gittins, what's the difference between Gittins and Madueke? Or what's the difference between Gittins and Pedro Neto? Or the players you have currently? Right? So, what we are saying is, Chelsea is not upgrading. Chelsea is just signing similar mode, young players who have not really achieved much in their career, who are still on an average level, who are going to improve over time. So, Chelsea is practically building like a long-term project. They're not building a project that they are demanding results from immediately. They are building a project for the future, which is fine. But you as a Chelsea fan, will you be willing to wait 3, 4, 5 years for these players to mature and become world class? Are you going to be willing to wait? Because now, the Jackson that you signed last season, last 2 seasons, you don't already cost him. The Jackson you signed last 2 seasons, last season, you don't already cost him. That's to tell you that you are not patient. You are not patient enough to wait for players. Nkunku that you signed last season, because he not perform, you don't already yabam. Was Nkunku a bad player before you signed him? He was not. He was still in the same mode of average players that you brought into your club. So now you are